Right, so Disney Speedstorm Season 19, it's pretty much over and done with. We've got up until Thursday, till the season ends properly and season 20 begins. I can't believe that this game has made it to 20 seasons. I mean, it hasn't yet, but it will be. Like, I don't think we're going to get to like Wednesday night and Gameloft decides, oh, we're pulling the plug. I know we've revealed all of the races. I know we've revealed all of the mid-season races we've done. I know we have a track ready and everything's ready to push out, but we're pulling the plug. I very much doubt that's going to happen. But what we're doing today is we're going to talk about my closing thoughts, my kind of in review for this season, which I think, you know, despite not having a new track, despite, you know, the new characters not really, you know, the new characters not being necessarily available for free-to-play players, and, you know, me being in a position where I haven't got any of the new characters. I haven't got any new characters since, you know, I mean, I've only now am I starting to get the Zootopia characters. So, you know, I'm not... I haven't got really anywhere with anyone. However, I think this might be one of the best seasons since the start of the game. And the reason why, yeah, we don't have a new track, but we do have this, which is essentially, I think I'll hop into the Aladdin one, because this one I haven't started yet. This is, to be fair, a lot of content. It's, you know, essentially a whole like, it's essentially an extended season tour chapter. It's the length of the challenge chapter. There's 5 of them, and a lot of people have been saying that this is a negative. I personally think this is a massive positive. It actually demands you to have 6-star built-up characters. Now, this is going to take time, and a lot of people want to shortcut it. If you're a whale, if you're a pay-to-play player, you can shortcut this. And it's single-player content, so no... And the rewards are pretty small. I mean, the 300, the 100 toon coins, because these are you're getting toon coins very incrementally. You're not getting a lot at once. But, so they are worthwhile. Getting them in the big clumps is worthwhile. And especially when you get to, like, 5-star, to get to a 6-star character, you need a lot of these toon coins. So getting them in, like, a big dump is nice. But, you know, once you've gotten to that point, you've got a 6-star character anyway. So the rewards aren't like game-changing. Most of the rewards are cosmetic. It's only through these passes that you're going to be getting shards. And I'll be honest, you're getting plenty of shards on the free go around. You are getting plenty of shards. You're getting plenty of Aladdin shards anyway. And you're going to be going through that tour pretty quickly. You're going to be getting through that pretty quickly. Now, But yeah, I'll just jump into the first one. There's nothing special about these, but what it is essentially is it's evergreen content. It will be here forever, so even if you are a free-to-play player like myself, you know, you don't need to feel burdened by a time limit, or, oh, I've got to get this character up to this amount of stars in like a month's time. Oh, I've only got a month to build up Randall to 5 stars. You have all of the time till, I assume, even past, not saying the game's going to get shut down anytime soon, but even when the game gets shut down, you're still going to be able to go through these chapters. And the reason why I assume that we've got a decent amount of time left is they didn't just dump all of them at once. They've left enough space for this to perpetually roll out for a while, for a long while. The one thing I will say about these is you are going to be finding yourself playing the same track over and over and over again. So it does get a little bit repetitive, but the whole game is repetitive, man. That's kind of the name of the game. But yeah, if you're constrained to the same like batch of characters for a large amount of races, and all of those races are on the same kind of track, maybe different layouts, but all of the tracks, if like all of the tracks that you're playing for like about 2 hours all look the same, or about an hour and a half all look the same, you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time not getting fatigued by that. But I do want to draw your guys' attention to what I think is the best change, or what I think such a small change, but I think it's the best change this season. This is the best thing to get added this season. It's just a retry option. So if you're pretty sure you haven't hit the targets, or you're doing necessarily badly, this is only really in single player content. It's not in content that's repeatable, that's got a certain amount of tries. It's not in multiplayer content, like you can't retry an MPR race, for example, a multiplayer or ranked race. But just in the single player content, having this option available, especially for later races that do get tricky. Like I assume the ones that are 6-star gated are going to be pretty rough. It's a very nice option to have. It's just a really good quality of life change. And for a game that hasn't really had quality of life improvements since the start, like the best quality of life improvements I can think of is like UI changes. But even then, they haven't really been improvements as much as lateral moves. This is the first like quality of life improvement that the game has had, and I'm happy for it. I've been asking for both of these things. I've been asking for since launch. I've been asking for some kind of like evergreen campaign mode. Like I was hoping for some kind of story Like, even if it was done in like a or like a, you know, DS cutscene where you get the avatars popping up. Even if it was done like that, I would have liked something like that. I know that might be pushing it a little bit, but you know, if they could put cutscenes into multiverses, they could put cutscenes into Disney Speedstorm. I don't see why not. I mean, we have a full FMV when you, like, the first time you download the game, so, you know, why not? Also, I just wanted to show off as well, like, the first reward you get is 10 Aladdin shards. And that, you know, the first thing you get is an unlock for Aladdin if you don't have him yet. Which I'm sure if you've gotten to this point, you probably do have Aladdin. But yeah, just in case you don't, there's the free unlock for Aladdin. Everything else, I mean, these tails are the tails honestly are fine. Like, there's one day where it's a little bit. There's one day where it's a little bit rough, and then the rest of them are like fine. It's just, like I said, very repetitive. So you still get that kind of feeling of the game you're treating, or the game is treating itself like a job, which I don't love. But I do think the Adventure Road is a good, it's a good change, and it's a, not necessarily change, it's a good implementation into the game. It's a welcome addition to the game. I'll say that. Something I do not like is these deluxe boxes. I haven't gotten any of them, but they do. It's kind of the more premium characters, essentially. Yeah, the more, like, your mid-season characters or the current season, previous season characters. And it's basically full unlocks for them. But it is completely gated off from free-to-play players. Which, I mean, I don't feel like something like this should really exist in the game. Something that 100% gates off free-to-play players, and 100% is only available for, like, the top 1% of players. I don't know. I don't like it, especially since, you know, Diamond Pass is gated off, Golden Pass is gated off, the Festive Pass, the Premium Festive Pass is gated off. It's just, like, pay-to-play players get so much of a leg up. And, like, all of the other passes as well. It's just another thing that you're giving pay-to-play players. I don't like that. But what I will say is that, you know, this is far from... You know, we've had some pretty egregious seasons that haven't given anything to... Like, that haven't given anything to free-to-play players. This one, at least, is like, here's a new game mode that has pretty good rewards to it as well. And here's a quality of life feature. The tune coin change, I feel the drought. You know, we've been promised new ways of getting tune coins, and maybe those are through the these tales. But I don't love these. I don't love these. And I don't love that it does seem to be fairly premium characters that you're being asked to have. Like, you know, Barbossa and Gaston. Eve is a pretty tough character to get. You know, Anxiety and Will Turner. Hero and Hortensia. And today's is Rapunzel and Prince Eric. Eric is a common character. He doesn't really fit into that rule. But the other characters, the other ones do. I think the yokai tale is worse. Lightning McQueen and Mad Hatter are both very tough characters to get. Asking for Aurora and Maleficent in this. Horrible. Asking for Baymax and Joy. And Tomorrow. Yzma and Dash. Dash is a common character that's fairly okay. Tomato and Rinsler, that's horrible again. But yeah, overall, this season hasn't been too bad. You know, for a season that doesn't have a new track in it, this is fairly good. You know, evergreen game mode. You know, things are looking up, and I don't think the Adventure Tour has been monetized to high heaven. Honestly, it hasn't. You know, I see a lot of people complaining about it, asking for 6-star characters. But what were you expecting? I mean, it was going to. But also, to caveat that, it's there to stay. If you don't get a 6-star Goofy by the end of the season, you know, you can get these these characters 6-starred whenever you really want. And, you know, it's not going anywhere. So I think people may be panicking by the big numbers that it wants you to get, but honestly, those big numbers are not nearly, you know, if it was this asking for a 6-star at the end of it, if it was this asking for a 6-star at the end of it, I would have been annoyed. Because this goes away. If this was asking for a 6 by the end of it, I would have been annoyed. Because it's not evergreen. So, you know, I think this asking for 6-star characters at the end of this is absolutely fine. You know, it's something that gives you a reason to build up and max out your characters, which we didn't actually have before. Yes, you could max them out for multiplayer, but now the way that multiplayer works, there's not really much point in doing that either. Anyway, I've rambled on for long enough. I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will have a video up later this week on either Thursday or Friday, talking about my first impressions of the Peter Pan season. I'll be honest, I still think Peter Pan is a big reach. I still think it's a bit of a wild card pick, because no one has thought about that movie in a very long time. And from what I've seen of the track, I don't want to be the guy that complains about getting new tracks, especially since we're not getting them every season now. I don't want to be the guy complaining about that, but the track does not look good. Obviously, we need to wait and see for Thursday to see what the track actually looks like in while you're playing it, but yeah, it doesn't look like the one, I'll be completely honest. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, all that lovely good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.